So there's this concept called neuroplasticity that's getting a lot of buzz on the internet right now, on Instagram, TikTok. You know, if you're plugged into those networks, you might have heard that term thrown around. So I wanted to just take a second to explain it in layman's terms in kind of a simple way. And it's a concept that I honestly find a lot of hope in. I think it's really inspiring. And it's basically the idea that our brains are where a lot of things happen, a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, all these things that can oftentimes feel intangible, they happen within a physical structure that's inside of us. And the inspiring part is that we actually have the ability to change that physical structure. So within our brain, we have these neurons, and they fire and they connect, and the more you fire a certain pathway within your brain, those neurons build up this pathway that gets stronger and stronger, and it's almost like automatic. Your thoughts, your feelings, if you're prone to being really hard on yourself, the more you do it, the easier it's going to be to just do it again, right? So there's an analogy I like to use oftentimes, which is this field. So imagine it's a field with really tall grass, and you want to get from one side of the field to the other side of the field. The first time you do it, you're going to trample down some of the grass, and then, so that means the next time you need to cross that field, it's a little bit easier to cross that field the same way, through that same trampled down path. So then eventually you just keep trampling down that same path until all the grass in that path isn't there, and it's super easy to get to the other side. That's a neural pathway being formed. And let's say that pathway is a really self-critical pathway in your brain that's causing you a lot of problems. You might then try to take a new path, be more self-compassionate, which we have a video on, which you should check out on our website, by the way. But that's going to feel really difficult at first, because you're, again, walking through this field when it's all overgrown, tall grass. There's probably bugs and spiders and things to trip on in the field. And it's going to be really tempting to go right back to that old pathway of no grass, easier walking, right? So the trick is to keep treading that new path of, in this case, self-compassion. And the more you tread that path, the more it gets trampled down, and the old self-critical path fills in with grass, and it then is less desirable. So in those times where it feels awkward, feels difficult, just keep going with that new path. And that's neuroplasticity.